Pum, 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 pum. All right, I put some interesting video on because I have to use the bathroom. Me guts to use the bathroom. Oh baby.
This isn't just another Japanese food. No, this
I'll be
is
back,
proof
guys.
that Japan is destroying American pizza.
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Japan obsessed over getting its own food perfect. Now they've set their sight on ours, taking American pizza apart and building it into something unrecognizable. So here's the plan. I'm gonna try it all and hold nothing back. In the end, I'll find out whether Japanese pizza is genius
The topping for pizza can be anything.
or a crime against humanity.
It looks like a science experiment.
Starting right here at America's most beloved pizza chain turned Japanese.
Today, our first location, right behind me, Pizza Hut, Japan. At first, this brand may look familiar, but Pizza Hut Japan is making pizzas like you've never seen before. And that's not always a good thing.
If even a global chain is making pizza like this, then Japanese pizza isn't a gimmick, it's the new normal. To help decode this Japanese pizza puzzle box, I'm joined by Sarah Mizuguchi, a Tokyo-born food creator who grew up with this version of pizza. And inside Japan's official Pizza Hut research kitchen, Takuma Kamari helps turn strange ideas into potential bestsellers.
What are some of the differences between Pizza Hut in Japan and Pizza Hut in the USA?
アメリカのピザハットはやっぱアメリカ人が好むのは
In the US, a lot of people prefer something like a tomato sauce or like a pepperoni pizza, something that's quite simple. But in Japan, people prefer more complex flavors. So they like to mix and match different sauces and umami to enhance the flavors.
So, when it comes to making a pizza for Pizza Hut, is there any topping that's completely off limits to you?
でもやっぱり美味しい
Anything is possible on a piece of pizza. So they've done ramen toppings on top of pizza. They've done udon on top of pizza. Basically, there is no limit. They do have some, not so successful ones. First one is coffee pizza. Customers didn't really know whether it was a dessert or a pizza, a savory dish.
Let's talk about the pizzas we're going to be trying today. First, corn and mayo. Now, these are two ingredients Americans wouldn't normally put on a pizza.
We love corn on pizza.
Heartbreaking, right?
Heartbreaking to hear.
Perhaps I can be that bridge that finally brings corn to the USA.
Before that can happen, Pizza Hut Japan has to prove corn and pizza actually belong together. First, dough. It gets stretched thin, and mozzarella goes down. But then comes the corn. A lot of corn. Double corn.
Can you talk about the inspiration for this pizza?
やっぱりお子様大好き
So they knew that kids love corn on pizza, and they wanted to make something to make the kids happy. So they were like, maybe just load the pizza with corn and mayo, and everyone's gonna love it.
That's it.
That's it.
Gouda goes next. Then comes the part my American brain is still trying to process. Mayonnaise. I love mayo, but hot mayo baked onto a pizza? Well, I'm not so sure. Did they just ruin pizza? Now it's time to find out.
Wow.
That looks like eggs.
Like an egg salad pizza.
My first impressions is that it looks like a teacher ordered a pizza for her classroom. They cut it into about 15 slices.
So rather than being like a quick meal, in Japan we treat it as more like an occasion food.
Here we have the double corn, double mayo, and this thing has been obliterated with corn. I've had corn on pizza before, but I've never had this much corn on pizza before. Like as I bite it, I feel I'm macerating this corn.
It's not just the sweetness, but I also love about the texture. It like really, when you bite into it, the skin really like bursts in your mouth.
I think I like it, but it's definitely a new and different experience. For you, did you grow up eating corn on pizza?
Yes, totally.
And so it's not unusual at all.
No, for me, this tastes like a childhood pizza.
This is a pizza essentially for kids. So if you're 12, Japanese, this is gonna be right up your alley. But then we have this over here.
Japan is relentless about never-ending improvement, and you can put that same energy into yourself through therapy.
Okay, so here's a quick bit of TMI. When I was 1, my parents separated, so I never really had good role models for relationships. Then when I was 20, I had an Armageddon-level breakup. From that point, I knew if I was ever gonna have a borderline healthy relationship, I needed therapy. But finding a therapist back then was brutal. Phone books, phone calls, a waiting room full of strangers. As an anxious young man, getting myself there in the first place was half the work. In the end, going to therapy improved my future relationships dramatically. These days, finding a therapist is a lot less painful because there are platforms that connect you straight to a professional. That's why I appreciate BetterHelp, the paid partner of this video. It's fully online. You just need to fill out a short questionnaire, and they match you with a credentialed therapist who fits what you're after. If the fit feels off, you can switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. Just go to betterhelp.com/besteverfood or scan the QR code on screen to get 10% off your first month. It has never been easier to start therapy, so get started today. Now, back to the show.
This is where Japan levels up the complexity of pizza flavor with pork. But not pepperoni, sausage, or bacon. Instead, they're bringing a premium Japanese black pork known as
Kagoshima Kurobuta, which means black pork from Kagoshima Prefecture.
I've read that this is like the Wagyu version of pork. Is that true?
はい、合ってます。
Yes, that's right.
This pork has a reputation for a reason. In its final stretch, the pigs are finished on a sweet potato diet, which helps give the meat finer muscle fibers, a natural sweetness, and a fat that stays rich without turning greasy, or at least that's what they claim. Now comes the hard part, making that matter on a pizza. It begins like most good pies. Dough pulled thin, then garlic, then mozzarella. Green peppers fall into place. Now the whole thing gets its centerpiece, the black pork. From there, Gouda goes down. And once again, mayonnaise. And now it's time to find out, is this one good pizza or too many good ideas on one crust?
On the side, they have packets of nori or seaweed. We're gonna hit it with a shower of nori. Good, nice distribution. So here we have the pork in question. It looks different than ham. It really is like these nice slices of pork, and there's some kind of a semi-sweet glaze on top. This here is the Wagyu of pigs. Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Pleasantly surprised. It is very smoky, and it's a distinct flavor that I don't think could be replicated with some fake liquid smoke.
The pork is quite dense, but then the mayori like balances it out. It makes the whole thing creamy and brings everything together.
This is something special. It captures a certain type of flavor I've never had on a pizza before. I'm gushing over it, and actually, I feel a little guilty because people watching right now are gonna say, how much did Pizza Hut pay you to say this? Sadly, nothing. Wait, did you get paid? As an outsider, I come here, this is a very new experience for me, but for you, it's just another Tuesday.
Another Tuesday.
But that's because this is our first location. Surely, today, you are gonna experience some pizzas you have never tried before. Today, we're gonna be pushing the culinary limits of what's possible with pizza here in Japan.
Next, we're heading to a pizza shop where anything goes. Here the menu at Crazy Bravo has me questioning whether Japan is destroying pizza or if they're onto something. In the USA, ordering anchovies on a pizza has become a punchline. But Crazy Bravo restaurant has taken a tiny fish topping to the extreme.
I'm fascinated by Japanese folks who get really into pizza. So for you, how did your love of pizza begin?
実は
っていうものは
Pizza has a base. You can put any sort of ingredients on it, and you can have different fusions of pizza. So that's what really got him interested in pizza in the first place.
Meet Chef Naoki, the man behind this humble little fish pizza.
For you, is there any limitation to what should go on a pizza?
何を乗せてもいい
To the chef, the topping for pizza can be anything. It's free. There is no limitation. As long as he is able to make it into a nice dish.
You could get wild, you could put any type of crazy thing onto a pizza that you want to, but at the end of the day, you still have to sell that to someone who actually wants to consume it. And that's why the pizza we're going to be trying today is so interesting, because you're putting on these little white fish. To me, I would call it like a bait fish. It's something in Minnesota we might find at a tackle shop. Earthworms, leeches, and these little tiny fish. In Japanese, they're called
Shirasu.
shirasu.
Shirasu is a month-old baby anchovy, caught in a short window when the sea brings them close
Hello.
enough to shore. At that age, their bones are still soft. So in Japan, people eat the whole thing. That's what makes it work as a topping, at least technically.
When customers see this on the menu, does it seem like, oh, of course, shirasu pizza? Or
I
is
misspoke
it something
already.
different?
So in terms of the shirasu
He's
pizza,
so cute.
that's actually a common concept we have in Japan. But at this
I'm
restaurant,
upending.
they use high quality shirasu, and they put a lot of it on top of pizza. So that's what the customers get surprised about.
Is there at least cheese on this pizza, I hope?
Cheese は乗ってますか?
少しだけ
Just a little bit.
So here's how it becomes a pizza. First, the dough is dusted with
1 second.
flour, then stretched thin. Leeks go down first, then comes the shirasu. The whole pizza disappears under a heavy layer of these white fish. Now, this school needs backup: anchovy sauce, olive oil, and parmesan. Then it goes into the oven for 3 minutes. It finishes with black pepper and mullet roe on top. Once they hand it over, it's your choice what to do with it.
Smells like the ocean.
It smells so fishy. That right there, that is a shirasu, a tiny little fish. You can't feel any type of bone whatsoever.
They're super soft.
Now, before we try this, I want to look up, are there any pizza
Yippee, I got my universal bottom now. Yippee!
Yeah, pineapple is the big one everyone jokes about.
What about Japanese shirasu?
Italians would be way more chill about shirasu than pineapple. Shirasu are basically baby anchovies or sardines that Italians already eat themselves.
According to my phone, the Japanese get a shirasu pass. I'm gonna pull the pizza out. Very nice. No cheese pull, but a bit of a fish pull. I could really use some sake right now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, such an experience. I have mixed feelings. It hit me in waves. Wow, oh. You seem to be enjoying it a lot.
For sure. What do you think?
So it definitely feels like an Italian crust, thin, crispy, delicious. The roe on top, super salty. It's chalky in the way that an egg yolk that's hard-boiled could be chalky. Then the shirasu, there's so many of them. It's a massive crowding of fish on the pizza, but mostly they just kind of feel meaty against your teeth.
So shirasu, you can have it on top of rice, or you can even have it in pasta.
I can't imagine that. I don't find the flavor to be off-putting, but it is strong. It's very seafoody, and it's kind of unexpected coming from a pizza.
Not my favorite pizza.
But super fun to try. Next, we're going to see what happens when Japanese folks are inspired by a type of pizza that comes from Chicago.
This is a typical Chicago-style pizza. Thick, pie-like, and loaded with cheese, meat, and tomato sauce on top of the cheese. But it's about to face a Japanese makeover.
They decided to put roasted beef on the edges to make it look gorgeous.
It's actually covering the entire crust.
It's the crust.
I'm so confused.
Meet Takahiro Manako, restaurant manager here at Meat and Cheese Art.
Do you consider your Chicago-style pizza to be similar to American Chicago-style pizza?
似ているとは思いますが
I've never had Chicago pizza in Chicago before, so I can't really compare. But the amount of cheese they use is very different. It's something a lot of Japanese customers enjoy. They enjoyed watching cheese fall out from pizza.
Chicago style here has become synonymous with tall crusts filled with melty, gloopy cheese, a recipe tailored to the Japanese palate. But what about Americans?
Can you use your fingers and show me how tall is the crust?
これぐらい
About this thick.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Chicago style?
Yeah.
That looks like a thin crust.
Instead of trying to understand what's happening here, I just need to see this pizza for myself, starting with what they call the
Honey cheese Chicago pizza.
This is how the Japanese make Chicago pizza, a simple dough crust shaped into a deep tray-like form. This is not thick crust, this is a thin crust built tall. And the toppings, here's how they do it. Cheese hits the pan, milk follows, low heat, slow melt. Just enough time for it to transform into something smooth, elastic, and completely irresponsible. Once the crust is ready, it's time for the assembly. First, their secret cheese sauce forms the base. Then comes this stretchy, guilty pleasure, followed by the highly classified third cheese. Torch until the surface blisters gold. And finally, crowning this monument of dairy, the fourth and final cheese.
It looks small.
Is it small?
This would feed a 6-month-old in the USA. It smells good. It smells like quattro formaggio pizza on the side. Honey, this pizza is meant to be a fun experience at your table. They want you to cut it and to experience some kind of a massive cheese pull. Now, you're supposed to take this right here, scoop it up. Oh, Jesus. What is going on? I did exactly what he asked me to do.
And you wasted 80% of the cheese.
It's not meant to stay inside. Look at this lump of cheese.
Oh, whoa.
I'm gonna put that back into the pizza slice.
Jesus
The cheese
Christ.
is supposed to be topped with the honey. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is a 1,000-calorie cheese bomb. Look at that thing.
This is a lifetime serving of cheese for me.
Essentially, you have a thin little tortilla-like crust, and then you just have a glob of cheese on top, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. It is pure decadence.
I love the taste of the cheese. Quite rich, very thick. The honey really enhances the taste and the fragrance of the cheese.
Are you gonna eat that?
I lost most of the cheese on the plate.
Oh my God.
You took my cheese.
I am impressed. Americans will find any way to add more calories, grease, cheese, or oil to any food, especially pizza. But the Japanese have found a way to surpass us.
Back home, a lot of pizza crust innovations have been made. But Chicago-style pizza is known for only one type of crust, and folks in Japan aren't having it. So here, instead of leaving it plain, they top it with roasted beef slices.
They wanted to come up with something new that looks gorgeous even on the edges. So that's why they decided to put roasted beef with cheese so they can have it all together.
Each slice of beef is carefully laid around the crust, while the core of the pizza is hit with a cheese sauce. Layered on top, 2 more types of meat sauce, their identities classified.
Have you ever had somebody ask you to bake an engagement ring into the pizza?
One guy actually wanted to do it, but because of hygiene reasons,
Oh my gosh.
Finally, it's filled with 1,000-calorie, melty, gloopy cheese mass.
Right here we have our second pizza offering. On top, it looks like there's some pepper. Do you want to sniff it to find out?
black pepper.
Oh, I thought you were gonna really get in there. And then cheese. I hate to ruin it for you guys, but I think the same thing is gonna happen.
Huh? Oh.
Maybe you went too fast. Oh no, look at all the pizzas. Okay, I gotta go quick. Boom.
Whoa. Okay, you're the pro.
I think I have nailed it.
Oh wait, there's like meat sauce inside.
That's right. No honey to put on top, just our bare hands to enjoy it with. Oh yeah.
Mmm.
Is this Chicago-style pizza? Absolutely not. it's way better.
The meat sauce gives it so much more flavor.
It has delicious Italian herbs and spices inside of it. It's a little meaty, rich, deep, and savory. The roast beef, it's a nice touch, but it's very thinly sliced. It just complements the whole thing, and he's right, it does look beautiful.
It does.
Here's the problem. If you, in fact, cooked an engagement ring into the pizza, most likely, you would eat the ring and die.
You're not gonna find it.
This man is saving people's lives. This isn't really even a pizza you chew.
Basically, drinkable pizza.
That's right.
This is our final pizza stop of the day.
Welcome to 400 Degrees Pizza Tokyo.
But this one comes with a problem. People call it one of the best pizza places in Japan.
This place isn't trying to be Italian. They're trying to optimize pizza to its highest potential.
With reservation slots that disappear in seconds. So either everyone here has lost their minds, or Japan knows something about pizza the rest of us missed. Today we're here for this. A pizza so visually jarring, I knew I had to try it.
Should we give it a shot?
Yeah, let's go.
Cheers.
But first we take aim at their Michelin-recognized FNT pizza. The hype is about the part of the pizza Americans usually use as a handle and leave in the box. I'm talking about the crust. So, to start our first course, the dough hits the flour, then drops into a pan to take shape. And that's when things get complicated. With rising status and major attention comes pressure. Pressure to keep whatever's working here from leaking to the outside world. So they have allowed us to film, but not really. No interview, no ingredient breakdown, and as much as they trust us, one man was appointed to approve every shot in order to ensure we never clearly see one ingredient hit that pie. It's an impressive amount of borderline paranoia I've not witnessed before, which means the rest of the build happens in our blind spot. Somewhere out of the frame, blue cheese sauce and mascarpone come together. Then the pie slides into the conveyor pizza oven. After a few minutes, the final product crosses the finish line.
And this is known as the FNT. Do you have any idea what that stands for?
It stands for Humari, Nikkori, Tobikiri.
What does that mean?
It means fluffy, smiley, awesome.
I like it. These are all very positive sounding words. If you pay a really bad therapist, they might just say that to you, but you'll still feel kind of better. My dad died last week.
Fluffy, smiley, awesome.
That's a great point. I feel better. So right here is a little card that tells you how to deliciously eat FNT. First, drizzle honey over the entire pizza. Step 2, cut the pizza into 4 to 6 slices. Oh no, there's a note in red. It says, the cream cheese sauce is very soft and runny, so it tends to run off. Please use a spoon to scoop it back onto the pizza, or wipe any excess sauce from the plate with the pizza crust and enjoy it. This is the most Japanese pizza experience ever. They have built in a clause in case something goes wrong. What they're saying is, as you pick up the pizza, some of this cheese might fall off, and you are not allowed to just grab it and eat it. That you should eat it in the way that they intended you to enjoy it. Oh, it really is creamy. It feels like it could fall off very easily.
The top is so runny. It feels like I'm drinking like a cheese soup on top of pizza crust.
It is the mochi of pizza crust. The crust is so good. It's chewy, it's fluffy. You're so drawn to eat the entire crust.
It kind of like even melts in your mouth. And it's pizza crust. They're not meant to melt in your mouth.
Japan has this kind of obsession with texture. Especially things that are soft and fluffy and that feel nice on your palate. And here, they're capturing that same concept, but with pizza dough.
So do you feel the FNT now?
I feel like WTF. What the fluff?
The first pizza proved that this place can make a crust that feels impossible. But our second pizza will have us asking, how much can one ingredient take over before a pizza stops being a pizza? It starts like any other pizza. Dough gets floured, shaped, and settled into a pan. Then the camera loses the trail. Behind the scenes, liver sauce, cheese, and mushrooms. The pie goes into the oven for a couple minutes. They hit it with raw mushrooms, then it takes a turn. The Parmigiano, not a sprinkle, but a storm. So can you bury a pizza under one ingredient and still make it taste like somebody meant to do it? Let's find out.
Take a look at that there.
Oh my god.
When I saw this pizza, I knew I had to come to this location to try it. If I'm honest, what it reminds me of is when I ordered pizza in college, then left it in the refrigerator for 6 to 8 weeks, pulled it out and looked inside. It looks like a science experiment, like a thick layer of fungus grew on top. Essentially, it looks like cheese has snowed down from the heavens and landed on this pizza. They said if you talk too long, the heat is gonna melt all the Parmesan cheese, so shut up.
So this pizza is called neve pizza.
What's it mean?
It means snow in Italian.
Oh,
So it's a snow pizza.
they nailed that part. Wow, it's so piled high with snowy Parmesan, it looks awesome. Cheers. This is the fluffiest Parmesan I've ever eaten in my life. It is a giant pile, a snowy mountain of Parmesan cheese. It looks incredible, but it tastes good too.
Yeah, I thought this would be a bit too much cheese. So you think it's going to be quite salty, but then I feel like with the base, it's not very salty. They keep it kind of simple. So the saltiness of the cheese adds a really good layer at the top.
So it creates kind of a powdery, fluffy experience as you're eating it. But then you have the raw mushrooms, very flavorful, and then the liver paste is what kind of grounds the whole pizza with this earthy flavor. The first pizza, it feels more familiar, but it's optimized in all the right ways. This here is something out of left field. It's gonna feel experimental and new to most people, including this guy. But it's refreshing, it's new, it's different, it's a super fun pizza to try.
SFP.
Super fun pizza. Today we ate at 4 Japanese restaurants. For you, which one was better than the original?
This might surprise you, but the shirasu pizza was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, because it had a good combination of the shirasu and the karasumi millet roll, which is my favorite food. So yeah, I think it's something you can only get in Japan. That's the reason I love it.
For me, if I had to pick one from the 4, it would be the Japanese-style, Chicago-style pizza. I loved that the crust was thin and almost like a tortilla, and then they essentially just melted in 1,000 calories worth of cheese and dropped it into that crust. It was about pure decadence and joy, zero balance. It was the craziest pizza I've ever seen in Japan, or maybe even the world. And it taught me that Americans might have something to learn from the Japanese when it comes to pizza. So that is what I think, guys. But let me know which of these pizzas you wish you could try downstairs in the comments down below. Before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to Sarah. Actually, you guys can hang out and eat with Sarah because she is a tour guide. She does custom tours here in Tokyo. Go to her website right here to book a tour for yourself. And if you want to check out more fun food videos from Sarah, check out her YouTube channel, Tokyo Foodie Sarah. Otherwise, that is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Bye. Okay, I think we could get a 5th pizza.
Okay.
What do you think? Domino's. Right? Let's go.
Sure.
Discover Japan and beyond through food experiences with buyfood.com. Right now, I'm on an oyster boat, sitting on top of literally thousands of oysters. Oysters that you will only find here in Hiroshima, Japan. Today, I'm on a mission to understand what makes Japanese oysters some of the best in the world.
What kind of oyster is this?
From the farm
Check out this genius engineering. I expect nothing less from the Japanese.
to the finished product.
It's the most lethal cooking I've ever done on this show. And I shot a zebra with a gun.
And by the end of this video, you'll see how Japan's top chefs turn this slimy seafood into something magical.
This might be a dish that few people even in Japan recognize. Could you tell me about what we're about to try here? Welcome to Hiroshima, Japan's oyster capital. In fact, 2/3 of Japan's oysters come from here, Hiroshima Bay. This region is famous for its mild climate, nutrient-rich.
If you guys want to watch something else, let me know.
Oyster
But
farming
that's all I got
traditions.
for
Right
now.
now, we've just arrived at an oyster farm, where we'll see firsthand how these shellfish are raised. Let's move. I have seen oyster farms in a couple different countries at this point. The first one I ever went to was in Vietnam. There they had these big wooden lattices with strings hanging down holding the oysters. Then I went to Virginia. There they had huge plastic containers of oysters in the water. Here, they have tons of these floating platforms holding oysters underneath. We are approaching the boat now. The sun has just come up, but these oyster farmers have been working already for hours. We've got like a pile of oysters right here.
Unlike anything I've seen before, this boat here is designed specifically for this very purpose. Extracting thousands and thousands of oysters from the sea.
Wow, this thing is massive. It's so huge.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
The move, it seems each rope has kind of a clamp at the bottom. They cut that off, and then all the remaining oysters plummet down onto the ship.
A boat like this hauls in 30,000 to 50,000 oysters per day, feeding into Hiroshima's massive 30,000-ton yearly export.
When they come off the rope, they look fairly unrefined. It's full of goo, plant matter. It looks a bit beat up. What kind of oyster is this?
Shimada is my guide for the day.
It's called the magaki.
I told Ron.
And Kaya is here again.
I told Ron.
Between us.
It's a specific type of oyster, which grows in the cold winter.
Whatever.
Also known as the Pacific oyster, this little overachiever was later introduced to some regions in the world for its superior quality.
How the life cycle of the oyster works.
It starts in around July to August is where the cultivation begins. And on this scallop shell, you'll put baby oysters on them.
The oysters are attached to a scallop shell.
Yeah, but then they grow their own shells.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
One female can crank out up to 200 million eggs in a single go. And in just 2 years, they're fully grown and ready to harvest. Soon, I'll be sinking my teeth into some of the finest oysters you'll find anywhere, prepared in ways you can only find in Japan. Also, there's a real chance one of these might kill me.
This could be my last oyster. I hope it's a good one. Cheers.
But before this murky mollusk gets to the table, there's still a lot left to do.
All right, folks, now that we've brought our oysters back to the port, it is time for processing. Check out this genius engineering. I expect nothing less from the Japanese. We're on a boat that is also a holding vessel and a conveyor belt. So automatically, all of the oysters are coming off of here, and they're heading to a conveyor belt here, where they're sent over to the processing plant. Now, these oysters definitely will need some processing before this is going to be an actual edible food that I'd be willing to put in my mouth. And I'm somebody who's willing to put just about anything in his mouth. All the oysters have been conveyor belted up here, and this is the first step of processing. Inside of this steel drum, there's a load of water, and it's turning, mixing, and pounding those big chunks of oysters that we saw. So all the detritus, all the different seafood and shellfish are separating. From the steel drum, the oysters go on a conveyor belt, and they drop here into this giant steel cage. You just hook the cage, and the cage is now going to move up and head into the processing facility.
Once the oysters are freed from all the gunk and grime, they head into a tank inside the factory for a purification process. Here they're soaked with filtered fresh water that was pumped from deep underground. Then they're left to sit for 24 hours until they're ready for the next step.
They get a chance to detox and get cleaned up, you know?
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
I could use that. Like me after a night of sake. American joke. In Japan, if you say a joke and it lands flat, just say American joke, and they're like, ha ha! After the oysters are purified from the level below, they're brought up to this level here. Then these oysters are put into this giant hopper. From the giant hopper, they drain down to the floor below, where they have a massive team of professional shuckers taking out that delicious, succulent oyster meat from each shell. But trust me, you have never seen shuckers who shuck like this. From that giant oyster hopper on the second floor, all the oysters descend down here into the shucking room. And let me tell you, these guys here are some bad mother shuckers, including Janie. Janie?
Yes?
Can I see your weapon?
Okay.
Right here, she has a blade. It's like kind of a piece of wood with a steel spike coming out of it. This is amazing, because when you go online and buy a shucking tool, it looks nothing like this. Here, you can have it back. Janie, can I ask you, how many oysters can you shuck in like 1 hour?
2 buckets.
How many oysters do you think that is?
80.
That's 80?
8 kilos.
Oh, 8 kilos? I think that is at least 250 oysters, and she's doing 2 of those buckets every hour. This lady
is a machine. Do you ever sometimes just sneak one oyster? Do you ever just eat one?
No, because there's a camera.
There's a camera! Pre-shucked oysters are a big deal in Japan. Many recipes here skip the shell entirely, which makes shipping massive quantities much more efficient. But that doesn't mean they don't enjoy them the classic way too. Here, a portion of oysters are still shipped out with the shell intact.
How do you choose which ones to shuck and which ones to keep in the shell?
He divides them based on appearance. He wants to make sure that it looks nice. It's going to be relatively similar in size. For the ones that we're just shucking, appearance really doesn't matter much.
At what point in the process is somebody looking at which ones are big and which ones are small? I've not seen that yet.
Hi. After the purification process, usually the staff members will separate the large ones from the small ones. They have a circular basket net that they put them in.
For one like this, how much longer would this have to stay in the ocean?
大体1ヶ月ぐらいですかね。
Oh, 1 month.
Now that we've seen it all, from the farm to the factory, there's only one thing left to do.
Sorry about the way I'm sitting.
No problem.
Some would call it man-spreading.
Yeah.
I would call it, my chair is the same height as the table.
You just keep it to the side.
There we go.
Light it up, light it up.
Welcome to Shimada Oyster Hut. If that name rings a bell, it's because this restaurant is directly connected to the factory.
Another level.
Once the oysters are processed, they take a short walk to where patrons can enjoy an all-you-can-eat buffet of oysters that were just chilling in the ocean water earlier this morning.
Basically what they've done here is they brought charcoal, they brought this tool for shucking, and they're like, well, good luck.
You don't actually have to shuck these.
I don't?
They'll open on their own because of the heat.
Should we just fill up the grill then?
Yes.
You know, it is a good amount of work, but it's kind of fun.
It kind of reminds me of Korean barbecue.
Yeah, true. Oh, it just blew up. One of these just exploded on me. I have the result right here. I'm not lying.
Oh yeah, they're starting to open.
I didn't know they explode when they open, though. Oh, this is dangerous. I think we need goggles. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
This has a deep crevice. 25% of them will explode onto you. You do have to watch out for that.
I've shocked.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That one was already open and exploded.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just emotionally scarred. We have a lot of flavoring agents over here, but before we put any of that on there, I think we should try it just plain. So I think I've got all of the... Ah! Why does that keep happening?
I think the barnacles?
Oh.
Because it's the barnacle pieces that are like...
Yeah, you're right.
The little barnacles attached to the oysters get hot and highly pressurized. And just when you're trying to enjoy your next bite, they even share a warning on their website. So dine at your own risk.
Cheers. That is delicious. Smooth, almost creamy, slightly briny, but it's got like a natural sweetness to it.
I don't know what it is, but I think the 2-year period of it waiting really gets it that nice creaminess.
Oh, it's so good. It's just like, it doesn't need anything.
I think it's great on its own, but it also makes me curious what it tastes like with the other stuff. For Japan, in general, all of seafood, it's definitely going to be butter and soy sauce. There's like a word for it. It's bata shoyu.
Oh, it's so good. It tastes like caramel at first for a second.
Yeah.
Because of the sweet oyster, super rich butter, and then some salt from that soy sauce, that's a delicious combination.
It brings out the umami flavor of the oysters itself.
I also love the idea that Japanese folks are taking something super healthy and turning it into something just full of butter. I mean, that's what we as Americans usually are doing.
We're getting good at it.
But there's one flavor remaining.
It is the garlic butter and peas on top.
This actually looks amazing.
And it smells so, so good.
Oh, that's a winner. Even just the garlic butter is amazing.
It's eaten like with the garlic, butter, and peas is like a way that everyone can enjoy it.
Except for lactose intolerant people.
Okay, not them.
How about watch out for our marginalized communities?
But can't they take like the medicine to...
A 9mm? They could just end it all, I guess.
No.
Soon we'll see these Hiroshima oysters turned into more complex Japanese dishes.
Is this a recipe that you still see commonly today, or is this really kind of a relic of the past?
But first, I want to understand why Hiroshima, of all places, is such a renowned region for growing oysters. Shimada Shunsuke is the man behind it all, owner and representative director of Shimada Fisheries.
Because of the river that flows through here and kind of mixes with the seawater here, that makes it the best habitat to grow these oysters. And he says, notably, the oysters here are creamier.
I have to ask you one question. Are you sick of oysters by now?
Oh yeah, he's sick of it.
We are going to try some of your more peculiar oyster recipes, starting with this, a fried oyster.
To make this dish, start with a coat of flour. Dip it in an egg wash, then one last roll in Japanese panko, Japan's signature breadcrumbs.
Compared to the other countries, other countries eat them raw typically, but here in Hiroshima, he says there's going to be so many different recipes that you can discover.
Oh, that's good. All the liquid is basically out of it. It's got like a nice bite to it. Still tender and creamy, of course, but it really firms up once it's cooked all the way through like this. Is this mayonnaise?
It's tartar sauce and mayonnaise, basically.
Ooh, I'm gonna give this a little bit of a squirt. Oh, it's creamy, it's tangy, it's crunchy. This is like 10 out of 10. Very nice stuff. You have a very humble kitchen, but a powerful kitchen. A lot's getting done in there. I saw McDonald's is just across the road. They could start selling this. American joke.
American joke.
Thank you. This company is not just you. You come from a long lineage of oyster farmers. How far back does your family go in this industry?
Since the 1600s.
Your family. That's wild. When did the farming begin and what did that look like?
Back then, they didn't use the strings that we use now, but rather they kept them close to shore, and they would put the oysters onto the wooden poles so it would be easier to gather. Until recently, they developed now the current method, which is so much easier, yields much more oysters. It made Hiroshima more famous for the oysters, and also provide a lot of oysters to all of Japan. To China and Hong Kong as well.
But who gets the best ones? Japan?
He's like, yeah, Japan.
Good, and I say good because right here we have one more oyster dish that we're going to be trying right now.
First, the oysters get boiled with carrots in a pot of broth made from kombu kelp and bonito flakes. Once they've had their moment, rice joins the other ingredients. Then it's all topped off with Japanese mustard greens.
Its direct translation will be rice soup with oysters in them.
I love it. There's kind of a thick, cloudy broth and some rice. I'm going to try that before even going to the oyster. Wow, that's interesting because it's not quite a congee or a porridge. It's not overcooked to that amount, but the rice is very soft. It's insanely savory. I can't believe how savory it is without MSG.
The oysters let out its natural flavors into the broth.
Of course, the oyster itself, very tender, very soft, a very different experience from the fried oyster.
This is a good, palate cleanser after everything.
True. We've eaten oysters in a few different variations since we've been here, but we haven't had them raw. And actually, we were explicitly told that we can't eat the oysters here raw. And I have to ask you, why is that?
Hiroshima is the strictest place to raise oysters. They have so many regulations, which means that there are areas you can eat raw, you cannot eat raw.
Eating raw oysters can lead to Vibrio infections, bringing on serious illness or, in some cases, worse.
Have you known people who have gotten sick?
I don't know that many people who got food poisoning. And that I asked, there are people you know who got food poisoning. He's like, they're just unlucky.
Can I sign a waiver and eat one raw? Okay. Listen, he said other people have gotten food poisoning, but not because they were bad people, because they were unlucky. Kaya?
No, I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you afraid?
A little bit.
That's all right. Cheers. It's so yummy when it's raw. That's when you get that real creaminess. Just a touch of brininess. It's so meaty. That was amazing. Maybe even life-changing. And it tasted even better because it was an exclusive taste of something that is forbidden. You will never get to experience what I just experienced. And it might be my last one ever, but I want to say, absolutely worth it. Sir?
Arigatou gozaimasu.
These are Japan's everyday oyster dishes enjoyed by all. But from here, we're heading to an exclusive kitchen, a place where money is no object, but where creating a top-tier oyster experience is everything.
Sir, put her there. Amazing to meet you.
Thank you.
This might be a dish that few people even in Japan recognize.
It's called the Miyajima Yaki. Nowadays, no one knows where the origin of this recipe is. So he minced together oysters, green onions, and miso all together to make kind of like a paste.
These oysters have been minced?
Yes, minced.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen minced oysters before. That's very cool.
This is baked on top of the typical rice spatula that is used across Japan.
Right.
Because Miyajima Island invented this 200 years ago. That's why not only does it show the cuisine of this area, but also kind of the history behind it.
What must be done before I eat this?
You must rinse your mouth with sake to cleanse the palate.
Oh, I don't know. It's only 10:08 a.m. Okay. Oh, morning sake. So this will be my first time using a spoon to eat from an even bigger spoon. Take some of this miso paste, green onion, and diced up oysters.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. Of course you taste the miso, it's that fermented soybean, it's full of flavor, it has a deep umami, and then you're getting those chunks of oyster in there, which contribute even more flavor, even more umami. It's just like a pure flavor paste.
This would go really good with rice.
You could smear this on anything.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted just to eat from the big spoon, but I'll be polite.
Oh.
I have a little bit left. I didn't know I was supposed to leave some. I thought that would have been rude.
Coming up next, a French-inspired dish called atsu atsu. It's built around a ball of rice, a single oyster, lily pulps, plantain lilies, and ostrich fern, all tucked into a piping hot ceramic bowl. Then comes the sauce, made with starch, salt, mirin, soy sauce, and kombu dashi. Then it's tossed in an oven until it's cooked all the way through.
This is not an onsen, not a hotel. It's a...
Ryokan. A hotel is more for like staying overnight. It's not really an experience, but a ryokan is definitely an immersive experience in my opinion. Once you enter, it's like you're going back in time. And something really notable is you take your shoes off when you enter.
True. Moments ago, we were eating fried oysters, like something you would find at a state fair in the USA. And then this, something decadent, very premium looking. It's a single oyster. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Let's go for it. The oyster itself is delicious.
The seasonal ingredients that he used has more of a peppery flavor to it, so it adds like a different dimension. The rice is cooked perfectly too.
Thank God the owner's not here right now. He won't see me scraping to the bottom of this. So that is kind of our appetizer. But right here we have the oyster nabe, or hot pot.
Into a pot of boiling kelp, the chef drops in white cabbage, chrysanthemum greens, Japanese mustard greens, and finally, the star of Hiroshima, the oysters.
When I heard oyster hot pot, maybe I was expecting more something like I would see in Vietnam, like a bunch of stuff just thrown in one pot. This is so organized, and it feels so Japanese. They're like, what? We're not gonna just mix all these ingredients together.
You can take the ingredients and put it into your own dish.
These are some real plump oysters here.
They're really fat.
Okay. Very simple.
Very light.
Almost just watery, and it's just taking on some of the flavor of the ingredients in there, especially the cabbage. I'm gonna take some of this cabbage, hit it with a little bit of sauce.
Soy sauce, kombu dashi. There's also ponzu in here.
Right, like a little bit of citrus?
Yes.
Oh, and then there's these local greens. Wow, this is such a bright sauce.
Yes.
Slightly sour, a little savory. I think we should jump right here to the oyster. This is gonna be incredible. God, it's a tremendous mix between being kind of meaty, hearty, it's got a bite to it, but it's still a bit creamy, it's still tender, and it's got some of that brininess has washed out a bit, and then it just soaks up this citrusy ponzu sauce.
It's a perfect pairing, these two.
My journey with oysters started in Japan. On my first trip here, I thought bigger is better, and I put it in my mouth, and it was so big I almost choked on it. Whoa! It was too much. I did not enjoy that experience at all. And I thought, why does everyone love this? Like, what's wrong with me? And over time, I've come to appreciate oysters, which is easier to do with more moderately sized oysters like these. How old are you when you first tried an oyster?
I think I was 8 or 7 years old. First time I ate it.
A couple years ago.
A couple. I had it raw and I loved it actually. Then I became an oyster fanatic to the point where I eat too much and my parents are genuinely concerned for me.
Since you're so well versed in oysters, how does this compare?
Oh, this is completely different from how I typically eat oysters, and I love to taste the different ways that it could be eaten. And I realized that oyster has so much depth to it in a way because it could taste completely different based on how you try to eat it. And I love all the ways we've eaten it so far.
I think the best move from here is to head out and talk about which oyster dishes were our absolute favorite from today.
I'm ready to go.
Boom! Today we ate a bunch of different oysters. Which was your favorite oyster dish of the day?
It would be the niyagiyaki, which is what we had here with the spoon.
Very good choice. I enjoyed that as well. But for me, considering I still have this little, like, slice of white trash in me.
Oh, I'm tired.
the fried one. Fried oysters with mayo or tartar sauce on top that you could squeeze from plastic. She doesn't like the sound.
Discover Japan and beyond through food experiences with buyfood.com. Join a local food tour.
Shut up. I don't know why I'm so tired, to be honest. It's kind of confusing. I've been yelling the whole stream.
Happy to help.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I've been yawning since the start of the stream. I swear to God. Good night, guys. Fucking, I don't know. Watch me go to bed, right? And I won't fall asleep. That's literally what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm just saying. But I have been yawning for a very long time, and it's pissing me off. So I'm gonna just try committing to sleeping. I have to clean tomorrow and stuff, so yeah. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, thanks for smelling like flowers and gifting subs and hydration and all of the above. Goodbye, baby girl. Goodbye. Okay, bye. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Good night. Good night. Good night. Dun 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 dun.